Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca Shores, and today I'm sharing with you my February favorites. So let's jump into it. So I didn't share favorites in January because I didn't try a whole lot of new things, and I had my 2015 favorites. So a couple of these were kind of January, February favorites as well. And I have a couple makeup things as well as a few skincare. So we'll start off with makeup. I have some tools. So if you didn't know, I went to Gen Beauty, and that's where I got some of these brushes. This is the Luxie Beauty. This is the Pro Precision Face Brush. And it's a very bizarre shape, but it works really well for contouring. And it's got this flat side right here, and then this side goes up a little bit, and then it angles this way. So it works really well for placing color right along your cheekbones. I use this with the cream contour. Quite frequently, I've been wearing the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in Fair. And when I use my contour colors, I'll just pop this right underneath here because it fits so nice in my cheekbone. So I'm actually applying color to this area and then using this to kind of blend and push it. So it fits really nice here. It can go along your jaw. It also will hug your forehead. So I think this is just great for cream contouring. This is still one of my favorites. This is the Furless brush. This is the CB1. I did a giveaway with these last month, and I've talked about these, I think, my last favorites, but this one is just going strong in applying underneath my eyes, applying my corrector, and then going over with concealer. This is just a great brush to have. And then I also picked up a crown brush. This is their Deluxe Blending Crease brush, and I am actually a big fan. It comes to a point and then it's just kind of rounded on top, and this works great to blow out these colors right here. So I will drag it underneath and then blow out here, and it can hug the crease, so it's really nice just for creating any type of blown out eye look. Like when I applied the little bit of kind of mustard color up here, I used that. It's just really nice, quite fluffy, but dense enough that you still have some control. This should come to no surprise. This is the Melt Radioactive's stack. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen quite a few looks I did with this. So I'll show you a couple of them right here. I did this very colorful look where I kind of went a little bit crazy, a little more kind of watercolor inspired. I also did this look, and that one, I mean, it's a little more wearable, but still using a lot of neon pigments. And then also this eye look. I've just been loving these. I really enjoy bright colors, so these are perfect because there's just super bright colors, which, I mean, you can tame down. You could make this more wearable, maybe use it as a pop of color, or you can wear all of them and just do that because that's awesome too. I'm definitely going to be having some tutorials coming out using this stack because I just love them. One thing to be said is they are a little more powdery, so they're going to kick up more powder because when you have neon pigments, they have a lot of white to them, so they're not going to be quite as like buttery as other pigments, but it doesn't even matter because look, just look at that color. It's gorgeous. Been super enjoying the Melt Radioactive stack. Would recommend. This is something I actually received in my swag bag from Gen Beauty. I got this color and then I ordered this one. Essence is carried at my local Ulta, but they didn't have this product, so I did have to order it online. And this is the Essence Make Me Brow. Essence is a brand I had tried when I was really young and then never like thought of it again. Like it kind of was like, oh, like it's really cheap. It's something I used when I was like 10, so it's probably not very good. But this product is so good, and it's like $3. It's very much like the Benefits kind of version of this, where it's basically a tiny little brow like mascara wand, and it has little fibers, and it slightly tints your hair. And this, I don't know how this makes such a difference, but when I put it through my brows, it just makes my brows look much more like real and defined. And then it also holds them in place. So lately I've been using the dark one, obviously when I want darker brows, and I only use it through the end of my brows because I don't want so much darkness here, and I'm still using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel here. And then I also get the light one when I just don't want to darken my brows because this is a little bit lighter than my hair color. And these also look great just on their own. Like if I just want really natural brows and I don't want to do any filling, I can use these. And again, $3. I've really been liking this liner by Tarte. This is their Clay Pot in black. One, the packaging is super cute. It's just very simple, which is something I like. And it's just very rich, creamy black. I wouldn't say it's the blackest because it is so creamy that sometimes your lines don't get enough product and they can become a little bit sheer. But it's so easy to apply that I don't even care. Like, I can be a little bit carefuler so that it will be black or apply a shadow over it because it's so easy to apply, because it's so creamy and it's waterproof. I also like that I can blend this out. So like, start with your black base as a smoky eye and blend this out because you have a little bit of playtime. So big fan of this. I also have another blush by Tarte, which I wanted for a long time but never actually purchased, and then I received this at Gen Beauty. This is Exposed, and it doesn't look very exciting, but it's so pretty on the cheeks. I'm wearing a really warm color right now, but I'll kind of show you it over the top. It looks very just kind of like a natural flush. It's not too pink, but it also has a little bit of bronze to it. So you can see it just kind of just livens up the face a little bit. So there's my like just orange, and then you can see it's a little bit pink, but it's nothing like crazy. And I find that I can wear this with just about any look and not have it clash. I have a couple of the other colors in their Amazonian Clay blushes, and they all last really nicely on the skin, and this one's no exception. I've been seeing this around on Instagram. One, the packaging is beautiful, but I was like, oh, whatever. Like, I had swatched a couple Tarte palettes before, especially when I was working in Sephora, and I had never been like over the top impressed with them. They were like, I like them, but not enough that when it's mostly neutrals that I would spend the money, because let's be real, most of the time I'm buying more colorful products. But I looked at this one because the packaging was really pretty, caught my eye, and I swatched it in Ulta, and then I had gone to Sephora and I ended up purchasing it. These shadows are definitely more neutral than what I normally wear, but they have a range of colors, and there's also have that really light with your darks, and there's only a couple of shimmers. So this is what I like in a more neutral palette. And I've actually found that you can do quite a few different looks, because you have these cooler shades, you kind of have these warmer shades, and then you have these more orangey shades. And I do like that they're kind of laid out like that. So obviously you can mix and match, like look, here's a quad here. You could do really deep kind of smoky quad here. But if you look across, these also pair really well together. So if you're not quite as confident with your eyeshadow pairings, this is a really nice palette. And I really like the packaging. You have a big mirror here. I don't want to like lift it up because I'll totally blind you guys, but it's got the nice gold packaging, big mirror. It clamps nicely together, rather thin, and this front is really pretty. This is something I did like purchase myself and would definitely recommend. I'm going to be doing a review on this. I've been loving it. I got contacted by Besame a little while ago, and they sent me some lip colors, and these are so nice. I'm showing you Tango Red because that's the one that I've been wearing the most. They do have kind of a weird like shape to them. So I do find that it's a bit hard for me to apply out of the bullet. Like, I'd use a lip brush for the like outline of my lip and then apply just the center of my lip with the bullet. Maybe it's supposed to be used this way so that you can like do it easier, but I can't. It's really hard for me. So I like to use a brush, but these are so comfortable. When I put this on, like when I have a matte lipstick, like it's not uncomfortable, but I can like feel it in my lips. It usually feels a little bit heavy. If it's a gloss, then I'm aware of the stickiness, which is why you never see me wear glosses. But this one I put on my lips and I almost don't realize I'm still wearing lipstick. It also lasts really well. Eating lunch, obviously I would lose some of it, but from just talking or even drinking or kind of little snacky things, this has lasted well. And they come in pretty colors. This is my favorite of the ones that I received, and it is kind of this bright coral red. Quite impressed with this. So this is Daydreaming Pigment, and this is by ShipIMYB. I Make You Beautiful, and it is gorgeous. I was watching Dominique LDR on Periscope, and she recommended this and was like, you need to just go buy two. So I only bought one, and I'm actually kind of regretting the decision because this is so beautiful. I'm gonna throw up a couple looks that I put up on Instagram. So I did this one look, just very focused on this, got kind of periwinkly indigo look. And then I also did this kind of like Dominique inspired alien-esque look. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at rebeccashoresmua. So make sure you're following me there, and then you can see all these other looks that I do that never make it to YouTube. But this is just so beautiful. You can see it in those pictures, but pictures really don't do it justice. Just has so many different colors, and it's very finely milled. I would call it more of a pigment than a glitter. And you've got some kind of pink shifts and peach and teal and a little bit of kind of like lime green. It looks great over white bases, black bases. On the alien-esque look, it was mixed in with a liquid highlighter, the Copacabana by NARS. And it's just stunning. Would highly recommend this. So those are all my makeups for this month. These are things I was reaching for the most. I did actually try a lot of new products this month, but these are what I reached for the most. So you might see a couple of those other things I was trying in next month's favorites. But let's jump into my 4 skincare items. This is the Lotion Daydreaming, and this is by Pixi. This is so pretty. This reminds me of the Becca Backlight Primer. I didn't buy it because that was really expensive, and then I got this sent to me, and this is way cheaper than the Becca thing, and it looks pretty similar to me. I'm gonna put the price right here so you can see how much this actually retails for. This is basically supposed to be kind of like your lotion. However, I've been using it as like a primer or like kind of a way to add more glow before I put on foundation. Something I'm still testing out, so isn't actually one of my favorites yet, but so far I've been enjoying, is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. And I really like wearing this under it because this is kind of matte, and because it's so full coverage, it can kind of drain the life from your skin. So I've been wearing this underneath it, and it just gives that gorgeous, radiant, dewy glow. I would definitely check this out. The one thing I don't really like about this is it does have lavender in it, and my skin doesn't do super well with lavender. So it's something that I do avoid going out in the sun if I'm gonna wear this. So this is not something that I would put on and then go out and hang out in the sunshine. It's something I wear if I'm gonna be inside. The next item is the Pixi Glow Mud Mask. This is something my husband and I actually both have been using, and we use it to spot treat. So rather than wearing it all over as a mask, which you totally can do, I don't like to treat all my skin if I have a breakout. I just like to put it where I need it. So I'll just dab on a little bit of this and wear it for like 15-20 minutes and then rinse it off. And this has done a great job in kind of basically fixing any little blemishes I have. It's funny because I got this sent to me in a PR package, and then my husband took it with him when he went on a business trip and then left it in the hotel room. So we went out the night he got back and went and bought another bottle. That's how much we have been enjoying this. So I actually purchased this one and would purchase it again. This is an item that I've tried something similar, but not this exact one. This is the BHA 1% Lotion by Paula's Choice. I have their 2% gel, and that's something I had been using for a couple months, and I liked it, but always the next day my skin was a little bit kind of flaky and weird, even though it kept the tone of my skin really nice. So it's one of those things that I'm like, well, sacrifices must be made, where one day my makeup kind of looks weird, but overall my skin would look better. But this doesn't do that. This basically gives me the results that I wanted, where it's just that smooth, very even toned skin. It keeps my skin smooth as well. So like my pores aren't very big. It basically makes my makeup and my skin look so nice. And it doesn't irritate my skin like the other one. So this is something that is definitely going to be sticking in my skincare routine. Lastly, this is something that I could have put in my recent repurchases, but I haven't repurchased a lot of things lately, just this. This is the Embryolisse lait-crème concentrate. I think I talked about this in last month's favorites, but again, absolutely amazing when it comes to something to wear under your foundations. I love this under pretty much any foundation I'm wearing. It sinks really nicely into the skin. The reason that you would have seen that I just keep buying this and buying it is because my husband and I both use this as our daytime moisturizer, and looks great. If you have anywhere from dry skin to even like, I have combination and I really like it, but definitely dry to normal skin, I would check this out and use this as your primer. Like if you're like, all primers just kind of dry me out, don't really do anything, I would check this out because it's... All right, those were all my February favorites. I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about what I've been loving this past month. Let me know in the comments box below if there's anything you think I should try out and what you've been loving. I love hearing what products have been working for you guys, and let me know if you're going to be trying any of these out. As always, all the products are listed in the description box below, so if you want to check those out, you definitely can. Don't forget to follow me on my other forms of social media. Those are all on this little bar right here. Rebecca Shores MUA on the majority of them, with a couple being Rebecca K. Shores. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That definitely helps me out. And you can also subscribe to my channels to see more videos. New videos come out every Tuesday and Friday, and I hope to see you guys at the next video. See you later.